Yeah. Now, when you wake up and find people smiling at you, that can only mean one thing.
What?
It's Friday.
Yeah. We made it, everyone. We made it. I feel like Thursday was just like a hurdle, like an obstacle just put in place to block us from seeing this Friday. And we all jumped over it, didn't we?
Well, what a fantastic way to start your day off and kick off your weekend as well. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's a special edition of Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really, really good.
I have a packed show for you as always, and hopefully you're going to stay with us all the way. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And I'm Yomi Ope. Well, if you have to be on the move today, make sure you stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
So those comments, we love them. We just need to make sure you have the right hashtag. The hashtag is Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
Our app is also available for download both on the iOS and Android, where you can watch us live anywhere you are.
Yes, so we're going to be setting this mood right, especially with Mary in the kitchen there, looking all sweet. How was your week, Mary?
Very well spent, very well spent. It's great to be here again.
Oh, welcome.
It's great to be here.
I love that. Is that a tie or is that an accessory?
It's something with the dress.
Oh, it comes with the outfit?
Actually, yeah, it comes with the outfit. Yeah.
I actually thought it was an accessory. I was going to borrow it maybe next week. But you know what, Yomi, we'll get on with the show.
Yeah, let's go straight to this morning's highlights. We're going to be kicking things off with some street rap from a group of 4 talented rappers called the Ibile Gang. Yeah, you know the drill. On Fridays, we'll bring you more music from Afropop act Popular, that's his name.
Now for sport lovers, stick around as we bring you a review and preview of the big games happening around the world.
On Fridays, I have a fashion. Was at Wonder Child for Kids, a fashion outfit. Makes cute little princessy dresses. And it was fun.
Also coming up much later on, we have an energetic dance performance from dancer, artist, and actor Mofi.
And later on the show, we're going to be having seasoned Nigerian actor and movie producer Okey, Uzoeshi on the show.
The sparkle in your eyes, and every time you smile brightens up my life, baby.
That was how he used to look, though. That's how he used to look when he used to sing.
Yeah.
that looks
so he doesn't look like that
the
anymore.
1990s again. We just want to see some Mario stuff. Nice. That's some really cool stuff. Really cool.
Everyone, you know what day it is. It's game day. Yes, and we have an interesting game coming your way a bit later on the show, and hopefully y'all won't chicken out. This game
from
is...
this
I was going to wear my gown peacefully until I was told I would need to wear pantyhoses for the game.
Whoa, to play the game?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's an energetic one. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
Don't worry. You won't hate me. It's not me that planned this one. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
But you're going to have fun.
Guys, something really painful happened to me yesterday. If anybody else hears this, it's probably going to be like, it's not such a big deal, but it is for me. So I have this 32 gig memory card that contains loads of baby pictures, loads of stuff. It's usually in my that small phone I use. Now yesterday I was hanging out with my girl because she's on midterm break, and I wanted to play a song for her, and nothing popped up. I had to open the phone, and I realized that somehow, you know, the way I drop my phone around the office and all, someone had taken the 32 gig memory.
No, Mary.
I'm not kidding. It hurts. Like, I was really, really sad about it. As in, it's gotten to...
you can't find it.
I
you can't find the memory
and that's
card.
the reason I didn't want to put it anywhere. I had to put it somewhere that I carry the phone regularly. And honestly, it's gotten to a stage that I'm willing to give that person a 64 gig memory card
in exchange.
Just to give me back. If you're the one with it, please. Or if somebody finds it somewhere, please. Just give it back to me. I'll give you a 64 gig memory card. That memory card is just too precious.
Okay, so
put it out on social media as well. Because, I mean, it's I mean, this is the kind of thing that when it happens to you, it's like, okay, how do I get all these precious things back, precious memories, everything. But I would also recommend that, you know, for a lot of the pictures that are really, really important, or documents and stuff like that, put it in a folder and put it in the cloud. So that way, the really, really important ones, or at least the most important ones, there might not be so many, maybe not more than 100, at least those ones you have. And then...
So I read an article on something like this, very similar, but they say as soon as you have, once your child turns like 2, you know, open an email address for that child.
I actually have all of these
and just start sending these images there, so that later on you can always go back. But these particular
ones were the earliest ones. In fact, I stumbled upon the card in an old phone just last year. And then I just put it aside. And then I didn't want to get it lost, was why I put it in that small phone, believing that, the phone is always with me.
Don't worry, we'll find it. We're going to search for it. We're going to find it.
We'll find it.
We will. We have to take the news update now, and it seems Yomi is taking the news.
All right, let's start with Lagos State. Now, the Lagos State Commissioner for Health, Professor Okey, says a Nigerian who returned from France 4 days ago is in isolation at the Infectious Disease Center in Yaba. Professor Abayomi said the patient was referred to the Infectious Disease Hospital by a private hospital in Lagos. He maintained that the Nigerian spent 7 days before returning to Lagos and presented with a headache and some respiratory symptoms. The global health toll from the novel coronavirus has risen to more than 3,000, with the vast majority in mainland China. There are now more than 97,000 cases globally, with infections in at least 85 countries and territories. Infections linked to Italy's outbreak are spreading worldwide. At least 215 people came into contact with a group of Italian tourists in India, some of whom have tested positive for the virus. In Iraq, the death toll from coronavirus has increased by 2 and 34 cases, and this is ongoing. Most of them are linked to neighboring Iran, where the outbreak has killed 107 people and infected more than 3,500. Iran is now limiting travel between its major cities as it tries to halt the spread of coronavirus. In China, a strict ban has been imposed on the farming and consumption of wild animals as a means of controlling further spread of the coronavirus, which is believed to have originated from a wildlife market in Wuhan. And as the coronavirus spreads in the United States, the U.S. government has acknowledged that the nation does not have enough coronavirus test kits. Now, here in Nigeria, hours after the court ruled in its favor to continue, the national chairman of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Adams Oshiomhole, visited President Muhammadu Buhari in the villa to brief him on party matters and also update Mr. President on his recent legal troubles. The national chairman briefed state correspondents where he said the FCT High Court had no jurisdiction to entertain or grant interlocutory injunction on the matter brought before it because it was joined in the suit and other federal agencies. Adams Oshiomhole blamed a serving minister and some APC governors for desperately seeking to remove him as chairman, thereby causing instability in the party. He says only the National Working Committee can vote to remove a national officer who was elected during a national congress.
But happily this afternoon, a federal high court that I believe has jurisdiction on federal issues, because the DSS, the police, is not a state institution, it's a federal institution. A federal high court gave an appropriate order to restrain the so-called suspension that was allegedly imposed on me by my ward in Edo State. I thought that I have a duty to brief Mr. President as the overall leader of our party about this development.
Now, back to the United States. The United States presidential race will be less as yet another candidate, Elizabeth Warren, is dropping out. This comes following another round of disappointing finishes in primary contests across the country on Super Tuesday. The Massachusetts senator, who centered her bid on a promise to wipe out corruption in Washington, announced her decision on a staff call Thursday morning. Her exit officially leaves Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders as the final top contenders for the Democratic nomination. And over in Syria, peace may finally be restored in Idlib if the terms of a ceasefire reached by Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin are adhered to. Both leaders announced a military ceasefire in Idlib after a meeting in Moscow that lasted 6 hours. Idlib, the last rebel stronghold in Syria, has witnessed increased violence and bloodshed since last December, the start of a Russian-backed Syrian offensive to regain control over the region. Now, governments around the world are battling to contain the spread of coronavirus. In Lagos State, the Commissioner for Health, Professor Okey, has confirmed another Nigerian who returned from France some days ago and is in isolation at the Infectious Disease Center in Yaba. The commissioner said the Nigerian spent 7 days in France before returning to Lagos and has shown symptoms of headache and respiratory difficulties. With this development, Nigerians want the federal government to deploy more preventive measures, especially in crowded spaces like markets, to curtail the spread of coronavirus. Well, that's it for the news update for this hour. Let's see what the weather looks like. And after that, we'll take a quick break. Things are looking ready here. Friday, March 6th, and we're starting with the Punch.
Yeah. And the Punch has this headline. It says APC Exco's crisis. Confusion as Kano High Court upturns Oshiomole's suspension. Embattled party chair blames minister. Obaseki, other governors. Plaintiffs dismiss Kano order, say ex-Edo governor remained suspended. 49 corpers to repeat service in Ekiti, Kaduna, Ebonyi, others. PDP to sack National Secretariat workers. Unilag suspends convocation over management tussle. Poly workers, students protest Ekiti collapsed bridge. And I'll wrap with this. It says 12 ladies rescued, 3 arrested in Ogun baby factory. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch.
All right, we've got The Guardian next. Uproar as Senate approves Buhari's $22.7 billion loan request. A PDP rights group, others condemn approval. OPS expresses worry over nation's ability to repay. Lawmakers okay 346.3 billion naira NDDC 2019 budget. How power play forced Unilag to postpone convocation. And South-South governors set for regional security outfit insist on 13% derivation before FAC. And herdsmen chase away Benue ruler, rape wife. Wow. Some crazy stories there on the cover of The Guardian. And court sets aside Oshiomhole's suspension as embattled chair meets Buhari. And Nigeria would have been poorer without Igbo, says Gowon. And finally, reps probe alleged $30 billion revenue leakage, passport racketeering. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
I have the Vanguard newspaper with me here, and it says APC crisis latest. Oshiomhole rebounds as Kano court sets aside suspension. Alleges serving minister, some governors rooting to oust him. Oshiomhole files foreground appeal to set aside his suspension. Says his tenure will be determined by God, not man. NWC member Kicks says party will obey suspension order. Lawyers fault Kano court. Lawyers fault Kano court. Want lawyer and judge sanctioned. On Naira Watch, the Naira depreciates to 366.57 Naira to the dollar in the INE window. And right at the top here, it says South-South governors to set up security outfit. It also says Senate okays federal government's $22.7 billion loan plan as Lawan Abaribe spar. Igbo still marginalized in Nigeria, according to Gowon. And finally, electricity tariff. Discos reject NERC directive on estimated billing. That's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
Yeah, The Nation is next. They're after me because of 2023, says Oshiomhole. And Federal High Court says maintain status quo. Party chair goes to appeal court. And Fayemi Buhari meet at Villa. INEC targets e-voting from next polls in southeast, south to get security outfits. And up here, a few stories. Government goes tough with ASU over payroll. And Boko Haram kills 6 policemen in Dapchi attack. Jobs are your place's PTA. Teachers on priority list. And finally, on the cover of The Nation this morning, COVID-19 threatens Lagos-Ibadan rail completion deadline. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
I also have This Day newspaper. I think we have about a minute for that. It says here, Oshiomhole fights back, gets Kano court to put suspension on hold. Meets Buhari. He remains suspended, says APC Vice Chairman, Northeast. Conflicting court orders, bizarre, says Sands. South-South governors agree on regional security outfit. And it also says OPEC backs 1.5 MBDP, or rather MBPD oil pipe output cut there, and awaits Russian support. It says South Africa records first case of coronavirus. 3 new suspected cases isolated in Lagos. Italian patient to be released next week. Report says tourism hit by outbreak. That's what we have on the cover of This Day.
All right, we're going to be back after this break with traffic in Lagos.
Hello, good morning. Welcome back. We're about to give you some tips on the best route for you this morning to get to your destination faster. As always, we encourage that you help other road users by dropping relevant traffic situation reports on our social media pages. Now, you can always use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC to make sure we see it and we're able to share it with others. I'm starting from Lasu Gate right now. Lasu, that's Lagos State University, around Iba area of Lagos. And the main artery from there is the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. And it usually has quite a lot of tension at this time of the day. And I'm just seeing red really all through there. But there is an alternative route that many take at this time of the day to bypass the major junction that goes from Lasu and go straight onto the expressway. But if you decide to take that particular path, or should I say route, you will definitely be bouncing across 15 minutes of traffic there. But should you choose to stay on the main artery, that's the Lagos Badagry Expressway, you'll have about a 1 hour, 20-minute journey ahead of you, meaning that it'll take you 1 hour, 5 minutes if you take the detour I mentioned earlier. It slows down a little bit at the Lagos Trade Fair Complex Junction, and it stays a little slow until you get to Alakija Junction. Of course, once you've passed through there, 2nd Avenue Gate is fine. That's Agboju Market Gate is fine. 1st Avenue Gate slows you down for about 5 minutes again. And then, of course, the Mile 2 Junction. Once you get over that bridge, you're fine. It's plain sailing all the way down to Orile Bus Stop. Now, Orile Bus Stop seems to be quite busy this morning. Not sure why. But if you manage to get past Babs Animashaun Junction, then you have plain sailing all the way to Ijora. So Ijora is, well, I'll wrap it up on this particular route. 1 hour, 10 minutes if you leave Lasu Gate heading to Ijora right now. 1 hour, 10 minutes should be enough time for you to get there. Mary and Yomi are in the kitchen, wondering if they have any social media updates for us.
Yeah, just I'm trying to check out a few of the handles here. There's a report of an accident around VGC, the VGC roundabout. There's an accident there, and it's because of the road construction. That's what people are saying. So the road construction, they've broken up some parts of the roundabout, and a lot of people that are not used to the road that are speeding at night. So there were 2 cars involved in an accident. One flipped over. So that's a big deal for a morning like this. So obviously there'll be a bit of traffic. Some traffic around Ojota, I think. So yeah, somebody is complaining about it's taking a bit longer than it should because of the construction going on in that area. So all the way, so that Ojota bus stop. Right after that, it looks like it's free, and then a bit of traffic in Maryland as well. 1 or 2 people are talking about that also on Twitter. But the big one this morning is the accident at VGC, and hopefully that should be cleared up as soon as possible, because that obviously is causing a lot of traffic. And there's construction on all the major roundabouts leading up to Lekki Phase 1 right now. So that's causing some gridlock as well, more than usual across the entire express. So yeah, that's what I have on Twitter. I don't know if
that's about what I have as well.
Yeah.
That's about what I have. So we are counting on you, Titi.
Yeah, so I'm trying to check out that route you just mentioned now, from Ajah all the way to Victoria Island, and it does seem to the accident you're talking about does seem to have caused a little bit of a gridlock. It does say that as soon as you pass from Ajah bus stop going all the way down the Lekki Expressway, you'll have it free all the way till you get to Chevron Junction. So Chevron Junction, or formerly Chevron Roundabout, is jammed, and it says it's a 35-minute delay all the way past Chevy View, all the way past VGC, all the way past, sorry, not VGC, Elegushi, Osakpa, Agungi, everywhere, all the way past Circle Mall. It's just jammed all the way down. It's not going to let up until you get to Freedom Way, apparently. Then some are taking a detour through Lekki Phase 1, through Admiralty, to bypass the rest of the traffic. But if you're going straight into VI and you decide to pass Marwa Junction, Roundabout Junction, it'll slow you down a bit more. All in all, from Ajah to Victoria Island, 1 hour, 20 minutes if you use the toll gates. But if you don't, you have a 1 hour, 30-minute journey. I'm heading into the kitchen right now. Guys, what's up and about?
So for the past few days, Obesere has been trending.
Okay.
And, so I wanted to get to the root of the matter. So I was looking, okay, so why is he trending? Because there were little clips of his videos in different kinds of videos that he's done over the years since the 90s. And it's quite remarkable that, someone like that would trend again. And there were similarities that I found between even modern music. That's modern, what you call Afro-pop and all of that, and fusion of street music as well, you know, because he's a street guy. And, you know, I just thought, okay, this is quite impressive. People are revisiting Obesere and getting to know him for the first time. Because lots of people didn't know him. A lot of young people were like, who is this Obesere guy? Like, what the hell? But, you know, and then the old videos, and all those videos like they shoot on green screen and dancing girls with shorts and all.
Okay.
Anyway, it was crazy. Like,
So,
it trended steadily for 72
for a
hours.
few days, yeah. The thing is, Obesere is like the old school version of many of the artists we refer to as crazy in modern times. Obesere for one. Now, before I even go into his music, now let me blow your mind. Despite the fact that Obesere used to sing, you know, lewd lyrics, was like the pioneer of crazy videos.
Yeah.
You know, it was through him Oshiomhole got a break, featuring on his music video. Now, something very interesting. This guy has only one wife.
Wow.
Contrary to many of the clean music men who had so many wives.
And many children.
And
as
many
well.
children. He actually has only one wife, which is amazing. Obesere will sing songs that parents will go get into your room or change the channel or you have to close your ears kind of stuff. The one that made him, I think, come back to limelight was this Egungun Be Careful, that express in the go. Egungun Be Careful.
Oh, look at me.
Wow.
Oh, my
As it
goodness.
don't move, that's the move.
You don't
That's
happen,
the-
I don't tell you. You don't happen, I don't tell you. Like,
Okay, I think I'm tired.
Yeah, no,
officially.
you started this. You
And you know
started
the
this.
crazy part,
You started
Yomi?
this. I didn't want to do it, but you got me in the group.
I did not know the lyrics to this song until it started trending lately because my parents, you did not listen to it.
I
back
saw the
then.
video. I saw the
Oh my
video on
God.
Twitter. I was like, what is this? The dancing. It was mad. Like,
The dance did not
crazy.
even match the lyrics. So these ladies will just come.
Hey,
And then
Mary,
you see
don't
them
do
like
that.
this.
Please,
They'll be like, like they're about to fall.
oh my God.
I don't know why I brought up this topic this morning.
Like the dance in most cases had, okay, like even that Egungun Be Careful, you would think
I'm
there's a
holding
depiction.
myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to
But
dance.
you just see ladies dancing like this.
Yeah.
Like,
As in,
and you're trying to understand.
people
is
are
it
going
warapa
crazy.
or
People are
something?
People are going crazy online because they were like, "How did we just discover this?" You know? They were like, "How did we just discover this? This guy has been around, and you know."
He's also an actor.
Yeah.
He acted in some movies. And in those movies, it was always like one musician that girls are dying for. You
we
will
need
see
to- we
Fatia
need to-
Balogun dying
Yeah.
for him. You see this lady that I really like. I don't know why I'm missing her name. She also has a sister in the movie industry. She with the chubby chick.
Yeah.
She too dying for him. And then you see them fighting over each other, you know, to get him. And he's just there singing his own.
Okay, so,
And
so
you know, it's amazing
those
because
videos were
Yeah.
very, what's the word? Low budget. Low budget, but impactful because
Yeah.
it just felt very real. Like, and people were just dancing for joy in most
Yeah.
of these videos. No real storyline, just dance.
Yeah.
No storyline.
And
That's
they made
just-
money for Biowa Records.
that's
Made money
basically
for
what it
them.
was. It was just dance and dance music, and most of it was live music.
Yeah.
So even when they went to the studio, what you would discover is that they went to the studio with the
Yes,
band.
with
So
their
it wasn't
drums,
there wasn't
everything.
a producer on
Yeah.
the synthesizer that was pushing.
Nope.
Okay, well, give me horns, and then they'll push horns for you on a keyboard. No, this was live music that these guys were playing. So him, Pasuma.
Yeah.
These guys had like movements in the late 90s, 2000s, and all of that. These guys were.
There was this
really
song
We need to get him to
Rugged
come on
Man
air if
did,
we can
I think
find him.
about, was it last year or 2 years? I think it was last year. I don't know if you remember when that police stuff was trending.
Yeah.
And Rugged Man did a remix, did a rap song with it. But I wondered until I had to ask him that, where did you get this stuff from? The line is, it went like this. I will never follow you to that station.
Oh, okay.
When you told me it was an Obesere
It was
song,
Obesere, yeah.
I was like, man, this guy is a legend though.
Said if you like, shoot me or something like
I'm
that.
telling you. As in, I was just wondering that, where did he get this particular line? Because it sounded like it's something I've heard before, but I wasn't sure where.
Yeah.
And then he says, oh, it's a line from Obesere song. And I was like, really?
I think we need to do
wow.
we need to do a special feature on,
Yeah,
on
I think
Fuji
so.
on Fuji music.
Yeah, there was
and
one of
how
our
it's
producers.
evolved over
She's
the
not
years,
here
yeah.
with us anymore. It was one of our producers that used to just play. I'm talking about Bimbo. She used to
Yeah.
just play Obesere
Are you
in the
serious?
studio in the office.
Yeah.
And it just used to bring back a lot of memories because in our time of doing downfall every morning. Every morning, this is what these guys listen to. On the streets, that was what they were listening to. Now everybody's listening to, a lot of other things.
Yeah.
But that was it. That was.
And beef in the music industry, you don't tell. This guy could not stand certain musicians, especially Kwamon.
And they also couldn't stand
He
him.
was so mischievous. If Kwamon buys a car, Obesere will buy 2 of those cars and use it for farming to show that he could afford something. Babe, you need to go and check out this guy's history. Like, there were some artists he just did not like, and he wanted to frustrate them.
Yeah.
He built his poultry to look exactly like Kwamon's house.
Mary, where are you getting all this information from? Where is she getting all this information from?
I don't know. She's
that guy is a kid.
She's a Fuji music buff.
Funny enough, I'm just beginning to get into the groove.
Yeah.
When I was small.
So anyway, if you're young, maybe you're less than 20, you don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just type Obesere.
Yes, that's what you have to do.
Obesere on Twitter
And
or
you see
Instagram.
this cute man with...
And have a laugh this morning. Have a few laughs. I mean, he's a special guy.
Yeah.
Very true.
Taking a break. But you will be following us back to this program.
Oh, he speaks better English now too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Stay with us.
Well, it don't happen right here on the show. And I don't tell him. And Christopher Ugochukwu, known by his stage name, is a popular, that's his name. He's a special guy. He's an Afro-pop artist who studied music while in secondary school. He kept on recording songs and waited till he got signed to Untitled Records. And of course, he dropped his first official single titled New School. And he's going to be doing something special for us today. How you doing, Popular?
I'm doing great.
I like you. I like your flavor, your style. You're just keeping it real, keeping it cool. So how's it going? Afro-pop is what you do.
Yeah.
So how long ago did you start music?
Yeah, I started singing in 2009.
Okay, 10 years. Well, no, over 10 years. So signed up to Untitled Records. How's that been for you?
Yeah, it has been great though. It has been great. Wonderful.
Did they give you a car and a house, monthly salary, a Rolex watch or something like that? All right, so you've been working in the studio. You have some new stuff out. What are you doing for us today?
I'll be performing. I'll be doing like a lot of stuff. I'll be talking about my music and.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. But you've got what's the latest song that you have out now?
Energy.
Energy.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Energy. We've got some Friday vibe going on here in the studio. Who's the producer of Energy?
Yeah, Dorsai. That's a great guy. Like, he's a mad producer.
Mad producer. All right. So we're gonna let you just do your thing. I'm gonna step out of the scene so that you can take charge of the stage right now. Now this guy's name is Popular, and he's doing a special song for us this morning.
Why you enter, you know fi go there. I want to be a billionaire. No matter don't they care. All the people they don't they fear. I don't go ever stop by swear. I don't go ever stop by swear. Yeah, that's it they do me for my body. And I just they bring my petty money. And these people are not.
Yeah, some coolio vibes going on there.
Yeah.
Right here in the studio. But yeah, it's the second hour of the show. We're super chilled, relaxed, and we're just getting ready for the second hour of the show this morning.
So a lot of people are already counting down to the weekend. As some can't wait to get away from all their adult responsibilities so they can just unwind and just laze about maybe a little.
Yeah, that's what we like to start our mornings with you, especially on Friday, when it's just non-stop entertainment and information, everything you need in one, packed in 3 hours of non-stop action.
So, Hey, what are you going to be doing the next 45 minutes to 1 hour? Hopefully, we'll be right there with you. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And I'm Yomi Okey. Now, don't forget that we are streaming live right now. TVCentertainment.tv is the website. And you can also check us out on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Send in those comments as soon as you can. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC so we can see you.
Okay, our app is also available for download. Don't forget that. Both on the iOS and the Android stores. Just search for it, TVC Connect, and it'll come up, and then you can download and watch us live.
Yeah.
One click.
So we have a chef that's going to be stepping into the studio in just a bit, and
Yeah.
Mary is going to be hanging out with this chef today. Mary is ready. You're standing by,
I am
right?
not ready. I am definitely not in cook mode.
Why?
Luckily for me, Yomi is the one in the kitchen today. I'm
Oh,
just
I
saying
am?
it so that Yomi doesn't get too comfortable. So this is your place today, Yomi.
You guys have
Get
put
ready
me
to come here.
too much. You guys have used me too much this week.
What? How are we using you?
No, we enjoy watching
Why?
you in the kitchen
As in,
and
roll up my
letting you take
sleeves.
all
Yes.
the credit at the end of the show instead of the
I have
chef.
to roll up
but
my
that's
sleeves
fine.
and wear an apron and yeah.
we need to get Yomi his own special apron.
Yes.
I think we
Put my
need
name on it.
embroidered Yomi's in the kitchen today.
And this is not a request to viewers, so
Yeah,
please
no, if
don't,
you have one, please
don't
bring
send anything here. I'm not going to wear it.
We will take it. We will take it. But you know, the show gets better on Fridays, especially with our kitchen that's going to be alive and kicking in just a bit. We have music coming your way in a bit as well.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be from Ibile Gang joining us on the show.
For sports lovers, stick around. We have a review and preview of the big games happening around the world.
On fashion today, was at Wonder Child for Kids, a fashion outfit that makes cute princess dresses for young girls.
Don't you just love princess dresses? And coming up much later is energetic dance performance from dancer, artist, and actor Mofi.
Finally on the show, we are going to be joined by Nigerian actor and movie producer Okey Uzoeshi.
Are you okay?
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
Can
she
you
looks so
imagine?
bored.
You know that. So I like what Bisola is doing. You know,
Yeah.
she's really into this acting and all of that, and you know, she's getting some really, really good roles. I saw her in Bling Lagosians. I've been doing this Nollywood marathon the past 2 weeks. So,
I've actually
Yeah.
been wanting to ask why.
so I'm just catching up on Nigerian movies in the past 5 years.
Okay.
So just to see what the industry has been like, and I've just been paying lip service to it. So now
Yeah.
I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
Okay.
Watching Nigerian films and following the industry.
Why do I feel like you're
Actually-
getting paid to watch them? Are you getting paid to watch them? Mr. Okey?
Well, for me, I'm not.
Maybe I'm going to start a website or something and start reviewing them.
Telling you, that's what I've just been telling myself that I
Yeah.
have to do, because I don't know, this couple, I'm talking about the Wellingtons, they're doing things.
Yeah.
From up north, and then I watched Sugar Rush, fantastic. I didn't like the ending for Sugar Rush, but the way the movie was
produced,
shot, the story, really good stuff and impressive as well.
Yeah, so anyway, I mean, the only thing I'm not really happy about, apart from the fact that, you know, of course, there's a lot more that we need to do in our movies, is same faces all the time, over and over again in many of the films. So once you say you're looking for a daddy or a grandpa or a mommy or a grandma, they're same people, always the same people. And I feel like, you know, we've got thousands of actors, really good actors, up and coming actors, you know, that we can use for a lot of these roles.
It has to do with
yeah.
movies in general, even all over the world. It's usually, they say, when it's somebody's time, so to
Yeah.
speak. So you see a lot of their faces in your, you know, on your screen, and then all of a sudden they're off, and a new set of people. So let's keep our fingers crossed that over the next 2 years,
Maybe the
there will be a
next
new
wave
set.
will
But
will come
Shola
in soon.
Shobowale is unique, Shao.
Yeah.
Just saying. Or Mama Rainbow.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
it's time for us to take the news update, and Yomi has us covered.
Yeah, thank you. And the Lagos State Commissioner for Health, Professor Okey, says a Nigerian who returned from France 4 days ago is in isolation at the Infectious Disease Center in Yaba. Professor Abayomi said the patient was referred to the infectious disease hospital by a private hospital in Lagos. He maintained that the Nigerian spent 7 days before returning to Lagos and presented with headaches and some respiratory symptoms. The Nigerian spent 7 days in France before returning to Lagos and has shown some respiratory difficulty. With this development, Nigerians want the federal government to deploy more preventive measures, especially in crowded spaces like markets, to curtail the spread of the coronavirus. Globally, the death toll from the novel coronavirus has risen to more than 3,000, with the vast majority in mainland China. There are now more than 97,000 cases globally, with infections in at least 85 countries and territories. Infections linked to Italy's outbreak are spreading worldwide. At least 215 people came into contact with a group of Italian tourists in India, some of whom have tested positive for the virus. In Iraq, the death toll from the coronavirus has increased to 2 and infections to 34. Most of them are linked to neighboring Iran, where the outbreak has killed 107 people and infected more than 3,500 people. Iran is now limiting travel between its major cities as it tries to halt the spread of the virus. In China, a strict ban has been imposed on the farming and consumption of wild animals as a means of controlling further spread of the virus, which is believed to have originated from a wildlife market in Wuhan. And as coronavirus spreads in the United States, the U.S. government has acknowledged that the nation does not have enough coronavirus test kits. Wow. Back in Nigeria, hours after the court ruled in his favor to continue as the national chairman of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, Adams Oshiomhole visited President Muhammadu Buhari in the villa to brief him on party matters and also update Mr. President on his recent legal troubles. The national chairman briefed state correspondents, and the FCT High Court had no jurisdiction to entertain or grant an interlocutory injunction on the matter brought before it because it was joined in the suit with other federal agencies. Adams Oshiomhole blamed a serving minister and some APC governors for desperately seeking to remove him as chairman, despite thereby causing instability in the party. He says only the National Working Committee can vote to remove a national officer who was elected during a national Congress. Back in the U.S., Elizabeth. We're going to take a break now and be right back. All right, so we're back right here in the kitchen. I've got somebody special in the building, Soliat Bada. How you doing this morning?
I'm really good, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. So first, before we start off on everything that we're going to be doing here,
Yes.
we need a bit of an introduction
Okay.
to who Soliat is. So talk to us.
So Soliat Bada is a chef. I used to be a dancer. I was a dancer for about 10
I read it somewhere. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's where I started my career from as a dancer,
Yeah.
and now I've ventured into the culinary world.
Very nice, very nice. As a dancer, you did quite a bit, around the world. Worked with some of the big acts, the biggest acts. Rihanna, who else?
Drake.
A bunch of other guys. I was quite impressed when I saw that.
Thank
I was like,
you.
okay, why would you leave that and do this?
But sometimes you have to follow your other passions, things that you're passionate about, and cooking was definitely something that I've always wanted to do, I've always loved to do, and it was just a natural progression, really.
Okay, so, but something you're going to be doing for us this morning, so
Yes,
talk to us about
something very, very simple. So I don't know if you know, but I have a chicken wings shop in Lekki Phase 1 called Bada. So we're going to be making some yummy chicken wings with some Asian flavor.
Looking forward to it. All right.
Asian flavor,
So
yes.
obviously the first thing we need is chicken, right?
The first thing we need is chicken.
So and we're going to work on that chicken
Okay.
in a little bit. But tell us what else we're going to be
Okay,
using
so
for
for the
chicken wings.
coating, We're going to use some rice flour and some corn flour. Rice flour is very light and corn flour is also quite light. So it's going to make the chicken very, very crunchy and crispy, and we love that.
So that's what we have here.
That's what we have right here.
So a mixture of
rice flour and corn flour. And you can get rice flour anywhere. You can get it from your local supermarket. You can get it in the market. Anyway, it's readily available.
Right.
And then, so we're just going to add some seasoning cubes to our rice flour.
Okay.
We've got some salt in here. We're going to add some seasoning cubes in here.
So directly to the rice,
exactly, because you want the chicken to be flavored, and then we're going to add some black pepper to this as well.
So I mean, we're already getting down to work. I like that.
Like,
I like that.
And we've washed our hands as well, guys. Always wash your hands.
Yeah. So rice flour, corn flour.
Yes.
Seasoning cubes.
Salt.
Salt, okay, a little bit of salt. So salt is in there already,
yes,
okay.
and some black pepper.
Some black pepper.
Freshly cracked black pepper.
Wow, all this for chicken?
All this for chicken, of course. You know we're black, we like our chicken flavored, seasoned well.
Okay.
So we're just gonna mix that all up together. Good. Set that aside. Now for our sauce, because we're going to do this lovely Asian, sticky, slightly sweet, a little bit salty, and a little bit spicy.
I've always wondered, you know, when sometimes when I taste chicken wings, I'm like, okay, I wonder what this is. So maybe you're going to be telling us all the secret ingredients, right?
I'll be giving you some of my secrets today, okay? So in here we have some soy sauce, we have some sesame oil, and we're going to chop up some garlic and some ginger. Do you know how to do that?
I can try. Okay. So we've got in here we have soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
And sesame oil as well.
And sesame oil.
Okay. So that's ready.
So that's that. And then we're going to chop up some ginger. We're going to chop up some garlic and some, atarudu.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, so let's see whether we can get. I can help with this one.
Yeah?
I'll just look for.
You can handle that.
Yeah, I think I can. But what else? What else do we need? What else do we need?
So to make the sauce is very simple: sesame oil, soy sauce, ginger, garlic, pepper, a little bit of brown sugar, and this is like the secret ingredient: some Chinese 5 spice. It's so aromatic.
Chinese 5 spice. Yes. So there's 5 spices in this.
Yeah. So it's got cinnamon, it's got cloves, it's got star anise, some other things as well.
Other things.
Some other things. Yes.
All together in
together, and that's gonna make our lovely, gorgeous, sticky glaze. Okay.
Very nice. So maybe we'll start with some of these garlic things here, and I think. I don't know what else you want us to do with this chicken.
You can pop the chicken in here.
Okay. Is this enough, or do you need more chicken?
No, I think that's good. I mean, it's just us eating it, right?
Yeah. Well, we're going to have a guest stop by later on.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. This probably looks a little bit too large.
Do you want to get the chopping board so you can?
All right. So well, we're going to be heading back to the garden while we're getting things ready over here. But it's going to be really, really special, this chicken wings this morning. And I'm not going to let anyone enter the kitchen with us. All right, anyway, heading over to the garden now where some dance is taking place.
All right. It's Friday, meaning we need to boost the energy in the building, or at least in the garden. Yeah, and that's why we have the one and only Ibile Gang. Hey!
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, Lagos Island, stand up Nigeria, wake up Nigeria.
Ha! Okay. So I was wondering how to introduce these guys, but they know how to introduce themselves. What are we performing today, guys?
Come online, Ibile Gang, come online.
Come online. Are you ready to come online?
Oh yeah,
Are you ready to come online?
Lagos Island.
I'm ready to come online.
Are you sure? Are you ready to go?
Should I? Okay, so
we are coming online.
yeah, so how long have you guys been together?
Since 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
And it's been fun, right? It's been good.
Yeah.
I bet it's ja.
We keep moving.
You never fight.
No.
You don't fight. You don't come back. Okay, all right. Now we've been looking forward to this performance. We know you got us covered. The name of the track is Come Online. Let's do this.
Ibile. Oya sekese. Mo ti gbede. Ibile ó yẹ kí kárí ilé. Ó yá nínú ayé. Mo ti náwó ayé. Mo ti gbọ́mọ ayé. Má lọ jojú ayé. Mo ti júbà ayé. Kọ́ má jẹ jẹ mí máa yé. Mo ti lọ far away. Ìbílẹ̀ mo lè ṣàlàyé.
Now I have Magnifico here. Now he's a young man who's out to give hope to 1,000 kids and hopefully get them off the street eventually. He's here today to tell us a bit more about the great work he's been doing and also share his plans for the future. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here today.
All right, now, so as soon as we started talking about this initiative, you know, there are quite a lot of people that are trying to do different things, but they're doing it for different reasons. So explain to us why you decided to embark on this journey.
I walk around in Lagos every time, and then I see a lot of kids on the street, and they seem to have this thing going on where they can't see past the pursuit of, you know, the daily bread, and it's so difficult for them to think about possibilities of life. You know, it's so difficult for them to think about getting a quality education, you know, getting a lucrative business, you know, get involved in a lucrative business rather. So I just thought about it. Why not have an initiative where you can feed these kids for a day and then get the opportunity to talk to them and then make them feel better about themselves and give them a seed of hope in their lives, basically. So that's what the project is all about. Okay.
Does it have a title? Is it titled?
Yes, it's called the 1,000 Tongues Project.
1,000 Tongues?
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, on a daily basis, you know, most people go around working for their daily bread, but these kids, the age group of the kids, by the way, what's the age
6
group?
to 15.
6 to 15.
Yeah.
Why was that your target? Why was it them exactly? Why wasn't it maybe younger or even older?
Because I believe at that particular age range, there is a lot of formative positioning going on. And if we're not careful, if we don't harness that time frame, we might lose them. Because I feel if you're 17 and 18 on the streets already, you have an almost formed mentality about life, and it's difficult to change at that point unless you have a very, very strong, you know, encounter with someone or somebody. So I think that age range is really good for us to, you know, make them feel better and also try to influence their perspective.
Speaking of perspectives and mindsets, you know, it's hard to find Nigerians like yourself who've created that mindset, you know, that it's worth giving other people hope. They're usually focused on themselves. I feel like there's something that happened that sort of made you do this. Is there a story behind how this initiative came to your mind?
Like I said, I go around Lagos every time.
You are telling us that same story. But there was something or someone that pushed you into doing this.
Actually, I would just say I got this idea in my sleep. And before that, actually, like I said, I move around Lagos a lot. And then every time I see people begging me for funds on the street. And I'm like, I wish I could do more. I wish I could help this person. But you can't basically help everybody. So that's why I'm putting this out there so that I can get other people to donate and support me on this cause, you know, to make people feel better. And of course, my birthday is on the 30th of March. So it's like, you know.
It's so I understand you. I feel you because I embarked on something on my birthday when I was turning 30. And it had the same, I had the same drive. But feeding the kids for a day means you have their attention for a particular amount of time. Do you have any plans for anything else during that particular time? Maybe once, you know, you have them right there with you, are you going to be talking to them? Are you going to be mentoring them? What's happening on that day?
Yes, we're going to be talking to them. I have a team of about 53 volunteers right now, and they cut across different spheres of life. So we're going to be talking to these kids, talking about academics, talking about lifestyle. We're going to be talking about spirituality also, depending on wherever they fit in. And we're also going to be talking about their artistic side, you know, talking about their talent and skills. So yeah, that's a lot to talk about.
There is indeed a lot to talk about. Tell me your Instagram handle quickly.
My Instagram handle, TobyDaniels_.
Beautiful. TobyDaniels_. If you need some more information about 1,000 Tongues. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us about this.
Thank you so much.
There's still so much more in store. We have to take a quick break and we'll be back after these messages.
Welcome back. I have the amazing Chef Soliat here doing something special. The Soliat chicken wing.
Oh, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what we're
like
going to call it.
that.
So we did a few things earlier on,
Yes.
which was, so we had some rice flour here and also some corn flour.
Very good.
Which we mixed, we put some salt in there.
We did.
And we also put some black pepper in there as well.
We did, yes.
And a little bit of
seasoning cube.
Seasoning cube. So that went in there as well.
And we also chopped up some garlic, some ginger, and some atarudo.
Atarudo, okay.
Yes.
And you know, I did some work with the chicken as well.
You did a fantastic job.
Okay, so we're just gonna go over the ingredients on your screen. You'll see the ingredients on your screen right now, and just go over them very quickly. Simple chicken wing, something you can do with the family this weekend. And if we can take that, then we'll go straight to, okay, so there it is. Flour, ginger, atarudo, soy sauce, chicken wings, Chinese 5-spice.
Yes.
Garlic, corn flour, brown sugar, black pepper.
Sesame oil.
Sesame oil. All right, so
Very
excellent.
simple.
So what's the next thing that we're going to do, Soliat?
Okay, so you're going to get your hands dirty.
Yeah, my hands are washed.
Your hands are washed.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay, so you're going to put some of this flour in the chicken and just make sure that it's well coated.
That's a lot of work. That's more work that I've ever done in the kitchen.
Wow.
Okay, so...
Just go for it.
Okay, so just go for it.
Yeah.
There.
There you go.
Everything?
Not everything.
Okay.
And then just mix that all
Just
up together.
work my way through it. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see what's going on here. So this is rice flour, corn flour,
yes,
and of course a little bit of salt, black pepper, seasoning cube,
and black pepper.
Black pepper. So just putting everything together. And so tell me when to stop. So after this, what else are we going to be doing?
After we do this, we're going to make our sauce, and it's so simple, guys. Super simple, but it packs a lot of flavor, which is what we like.
Yeah, African flavor.
It's more Chinese flavor.
Oh, more Chinese.
Asian
more
flavor.
Chinese. Yeah, but we're throwing in some atarudo in there.
Yeah, so that makes it African automatically.
Super spicy, yeah.
Okay, so as you can see, the chicken is nicely coated. Okay, well done.
Thank you.
So we're going to pop this on the stove. Now I'm going to add my sesame oil and my
soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
Yeah.
In here. And we're just going to make a glaze for our chicken wings. I'm going to add our crushed garlic.
Okay.
And ginger. And of course, our atarudo. Into this. So the sesame oil has quite a bit of salt, so I'm not going to add any salt to this.
Right,
but I'm going to add some sugar to this, and it's going to make it, the sugar is going to make it nice and sticky and, you know, sweet as well.
Yeah. So that's why we have it on low heat, so it doesn't stick to the pan.
Oh, you know your way around the kitchen, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes,
okay.
I'm learning quite a bit being on this.
I'm going to add some black pepper to this.
Some more black pepper goes in there.
Yes, because, you know, we love black pepper. Black pepper is our friend.
So this is the sauce that we're making.
This is the glaze for the chicken wings.
For the chicken eventually.
Yes, and this is just going to take this to a whole new level.
So that's the 5-spice.
This is the Chinese 5-spice.
So you only mentioned 2 spices out of the 5.
I
Every other
mentioned
thing.
at least like 3. Okay, so nutmeg, cinnamon, star anise, I think clove, and there's one more that I'm missing. But you guys can Google it.
Yeah. So Chinese 5-spice
Chinese
is
5
one of the things that you
yes.
need to make this happen.
Okay.
And
so I'm just going to mix this all up.
So it's just going to gradually thicken, right?
It's going to gradually thicken. I'm going to add some water to this to help this a little bit. And then
I'm not sure when to stop with this thing.
you can actually stop, but
right,
I think you enjoy doing it, so I just left you to do it.
Yeah, I think I'm done. At what point are we going to fry the chicken?
We can start frying the chicken now, actually.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to pop this on here. And this is just regular vegetable oil.
Right.
In the pan.
So it feels like it needs more sugar to make it thicker.
It's going to get thicker. You don't want it too sweet. So it's going to reduce. Yeah.
Okay. So with the soy sauce, there's already lots of
salt in there, so I don't want to add any more salt to that. We've got salt in the flour as well, so too much salt.
Yeah, you don't want
kill
that.
it.
You don't want that.
We don't want that at all.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wait for this to thicken up, wait for our oil to get hot, and we can pop our chicken in the oil.
All right, so while that is going on, we're going to be giving you a package, something really, really special. Went to visit Wonder Child for kids, a fashion outfit that makes cute princess clothing for young girls. Let's check it out.
Kiddies fashion is taking a whole new dimension in Nigeria today. Parents are now paying more attention to their kiddies style, and I am so here for it, people. Fashion designers are creating beautiful looks, and Oshiomhole is a creative director of Wonder Child for Kids. Her unique style is to make every young girl's dream of becoming a princess come true. Hello, Michelle.
Oh my God. It's nice to meet you once again.
Same here. I love what you are doing, and I told myself that I was going to come here and invade your workspace.
You're welcome.
Nice. So this is where all the magic happens.
Yes, exactly. Welcome to where I make all the magical dress in the world.
Ah, nice. What inspires every design that you make?
Okay, first of all, I would say my daughter, because I started sewing this ball dress basically 2 years ago. I made for my daughter, and then everybody saw it and they actually liked it. So, and also all this cartoon we watch, Sophia the First,
Elena,
everything, you know, it also inspires me because that's where you get to see more of these ball dresses.
What are the tools you work with?
Basically, my scissors, my chalk, my office pin, and this is also the tool. Okay. So this is what I always use in making the down part of the dress, the volume, the ball. Yeah, exactly. This is what I use. I also use, this is the interlining, because most times for us to make the ball dress very big, very voluminous, we need to put a lot of ad net into it. Okay. And then the ad net can be uncomfortable.
I've always wondered. Every time I see your design, I'm always wondering, is that child comfortable?
So for it to be very, very comfortable for the child, we use this as the interlining for the kids, so their skin doesn't touch the hard net, and so it makes it more comfortable for them to wear. So I also make use of the sequins material. You can see how shiny this is. I use a lot of fabric. Yes, I actually use a lot of fabric, from damask to sequins to laces to bridal satin. A lot of fabrics actually, depending on the theme I want to work with. So right now, I told you before that I'm making a dress for 1 year. So now this is the fabric I'm going to be using for my upper bodies. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the upper bodies. Okay, yeah, you're my student for today, yes, so you're welcome.
I am your student for today, and I'm ready to learn.
Exactly.
Just in case I decide to open a kiddies business tomorrow, guys, make sure you patronize me.
Okay, no problem. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Part of making the ball dress is attaching the skirt part.
The tool, right?
Yes. Okay. Because of the volume. So we have to move to my machine to show you how I'm going to do that. Basically, this is the tulle fabric. So for me to gather the fabric together for the skirt parts, so I use my needle and thread together because this is more faster than me using the machine. So I actually detected this myself. So it's quite easy for me. So this is what I do. I put the needle in, I bring it out like this. Like this is quite easy. Let me bring this one out. Then you can also do. So you have to stick it in here. Here? Yeah, exactly. Then you bring it out Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I hope I'm doing it right.
Yes, we're doing the right thing. So can you bring it out? So you can see how we've been able to gather the two. So this is what we're going to do till we get to the end of it. So this is the one we've gathered here. You can see it's already looking like a skirt. Like a ballerina skirt already.
I love
so now I'm going to be attaching this to the upper bodies of the dress. So this is just what I'm going to do now. So this comes first, this will stay under, and then this one is coming on top of it. Yeah, exactly. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm going to keep pushing it in. Actually, the major challenge in the fashion industry is funds. Yes, funds. Then electricity.
So tell us what this face
Okay,
is about.
for the upper bodies, I decided to play with a lot of things. You can see pearls, you can see stones, so I decided to jazz it up a little bit with stones and pearl. You can see the feathery details on the sleeve. Yeah, so it adds more beauty to the dress. So now this is the last part of the accessories. I'm going to be adding flowers.
Okay.
I call this 3D flowers.
3D flowers.
Yeah, yes,
okay.
beautiful ones.
Ta-da! And our dress is ready. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is really nice. So this is the final face, yes?
Exactly.
Great. So now we're going to see it on our model. Of course, somebody has to wear this pretty because we didn't just make it for fun.
Yeah, sure.
You can tell that she already feels like a princess, don't you, darling? You do, right? Look at all the hard work. And that's it for today. Till next time. Bye.
Well, the weekend comes with the very best days where you just relax and chill and, well, sort of unwind. Some people unwind, some don't. Some fill their whole weekend with just activity. Go from wedding, facing traffic, and
party, going to the market, stocking up the house for the week because you're not going to have time to go to the market.
Well, I do try to get some rest though, especially in the morning on a Saturday.
At least you can sleep in.
Yeah.
But hey, it begins on this show. Welcome to the third hour of Wake Up Nigeria. And Fridays on Wake Up Nigeria are always special. We have music
indeed.
everywhere, we have fun, we have game day. Yes, we do.
Oh boy.
We were in the kitchen with Yomi.
Yes,
and Yomi
we were.
was getting his hands dirty.
I just washed my hands once again. Like this is like the fourth time I'm washing my hands on this day. And
What were you making?
Yeah, so we're making chicken wings.
Okay.
And something really special. So look at that.
Yep, it's frying. It is frying.
So that thing on the side is
soy sauce, I think.
Soy sauce, sesame oil, some sugar, a little, just everything.
Ooh.
So just glazing over, like really sweet. They're gonna put the chicken in there later on. So yeah.
Lovely.
Looks
and
like,
I think we will need security again today to stand by the
I don't know
door.
what Mary is doing there. Like, Mary, what's your
Just
business?
observing. I'm very interested in all of this.
Asking a lot of questions.
I'm telling you, rice flour on chicken. I've never seen that.
Ooh.
I've seen different types of ways of making crispy chicken, but this one is.
Yeah, so rice flour, corn flour. Anyway, it's really special.
Yeah.
And
Yomi knows all the ingredients, guys. This must be special. All the ingredients. You know what? Join us on
No chef
this.
has ever put me to work
like this
before. She's like, she just gives the orders like, okay, so put that in there.
So that's the revelation that Yomi just takes end credits, doesn't actually do anything, He admitted it finally himself. So thank you for putting him to work. Finally.
Get that apron. That special apron for Yomi. We have to do that. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And I'm Yomi Okey. Stream with us right now. tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Send in those comments as soon as you can. Tell us what you think about those chicken wings. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Visit the iOS store and the Android store where you'll find our app, TVC Connect, and you can watch us live.
We have an energetic dance performance coming your way in a bit. Morphe will be here shortly.
And finally, we're going to be having seasoned Nigerian actor and movie producer Okey Uzoeshi joining us.
So but they feel pay since they know they want me only feel lonely.
I need you to understand something. You see this thing that you're doing? Get it into your head, Benny. It can never work.
Okey is a good actor. He is a good actor. Like,
Very.
I like him. I like his style.
The fact that
his command of English and just the command of the screen as well. His presence.
He just spoke Yoruba on screen.
He spoke like three words.
But it was enough.
Okay,
Okay, guys, I just wanted to quickly run through stuff. Today is Salesperson Day. So it's probably a good day for us to say shout out to our marketers.
Our commercial department.
Commercial department. Today is also Frozen Food Day. Dress in Blue Day.
Dress in blue.
Yeah, I guess Yomi.
I didn't get that memo.
Miss the memo because your socks.
What?
Yeah,
socks
blue,
blue.
navy blue. So that's fine.
Blue jeans on.
Yeah. Today is also Middle Name Pride Day.
Pride in your middle name.
Yes. Today is Employee Appreciation Day.
Ooh.
Is there free food today?
No.
Okay, so today is Dentist Day.
How many days?
Yeah. And today is Day of Unplugging. Basically taking yourself off everything devices and try to face the real world, which few people do these days.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, because now essentially like a large part of your life is online.
Yeah.
So you're spending 20-30% of your time
online
getting stuff done. Sometimes you think a lot of people think, oh, it's just time wasting. Sometimes it's getting stuff done. Sending an email, sending a message to someone, picking up the kids, like just different things that you do online now. That's is indispensable.
When your phone is not with you or when your phone is off is when you suddenly realize you have like 20 things to do with your phone.
Yeah.
And then the moment you have the phone back, it seems like, where were you all this while? I missed you.
So there's actually no time to even go further on this. I wanted to touch on the Salesperson Day.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't realize how much it takes
to be a salesperson.
It's a lot of work. Yeah. We appreciate all of you. Whatever you're celebrating
into
today.
Sales, thumbs up to you.
Yes, sir.
Walking up to total strangers, and sometimes they're nice. Most of the time they're not nice.
They're not nice.
That's the truth. If someone's a total stranger, especially in Lagos, you walk up to him, sir, please excuse me.
I mean, you have to wipe that smile off your face, keep a straight face, and give us the news right now.
Yes, indeed. And the Lagos State Commissioner for Health, Professor Okey says Nigerian who returned from France 4 days ago is in isolation at the Infectious Disease Center in Yaba. Professor Abayomi said the patient was referred to the infectious disease hospital by a private hospital in Lagos. He maintained that the Nigerian spent 7 days before returning to Lagos and presented with headaches and some respiratory symptoms. The Nigerian spent 7 days in France before returning to Lagos and was having some respiratory difficulty. With this development, Nigerians want the federal government to deploy more preventive measures, especially in crowded spaces like markets, to curtail the spread of the coronavirus. The global death toll from the novel coronavirus has risen to more than 3,300, with the vast majority in mainland China. There are now more than 97,000 cases globally, with infections in at least 85 countries and territories. Infections linked to Italy's outbreak are spreading worldwide. At least 215 people came into contact with a group of Italian tourists in India, some of whom have tested positive for the virus. Now, over in the United States, the presidential race will be less as yet another candidate, Elizabeth Warren, is dropping out. This comes following another round of disappointing finishes in primary contests across the country on Super Tuesday. The Massachusetts senator, who centered her bid on a promise to wipe out corruption in Washington, announced her decision in a staff call on Thursday. Her exit officially leaves Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders as the final top contenders for the Democratic nomination. Well, that's it on the news for this hour. Welcome back. You know, Friday is always very special here on the show. I've got Murphy in the building, and of course, he's going to be doing a performance for us with Didi this morning. I've got the guys as well. Okay, well, they're already in that dance pose. I wanted them to wave at the screen, but, you know, I'm not going to interrupt what they're doing. But anyway, Murphy's going to be doing something special for us. Now, he's not new on the show. He's been here before. And something spectacular this morning. I'm expecting that.
Sure. Yeah.
As well. So tell us what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, I'm going to drop a title, Julie, a song, hit song, titled Julie. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So that's Murphy and Didi doing their thing right now on Wake Up Nigeria Live.
Telemi Camaro, Emilo Soro mi Moruza. He said Julie, Julie. When I love for bikini, got the dough with 10 of goodies, yeah. Me not for me, girl. Tell you something, girl. If I don't want you,
I kind of feel like
if that doesn't get you buzzing, like your weekend has already started on a high. It looks like Galala Zone. So in fact, I saw so many dance steps happening in the garden, and I was like, wow.
Well, Mary, you were the one that taught them all those steps. Now I've forgotten.
How many of them?
They're all of them. You're going to be showing some of those steps later on.
I'm laughing in Spanish and Portuguese.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. So of course, you know it's Friday, so we always have a special guest, someone to set up in the games. I want his heart to beat.
Wow, you
faster.
want to set him up? Wow.
Yes. So I'll just tell you who he is. He's a seasoned Nigerian actor, a musician, and a movie producer. And is the one and only Okey Uzoeshi. He is here, right here. He's right here in the loft. He began his journey in the industry as a contestant in the second season of Amstel Malta box office reality TV show. After that, he moved on to starring both on small and big screens with over 400 episodes of African Magic's Battleground Final Showdown and so many other big projects.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Say it again. Welcome. It was like a rap.
Titi is on
Sorry.
replay mode.
I'm just loving the energy in the building today. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
You're looking great, I have to say.
And you guys look amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We need it.
Okay, so you've been everywhere in the industry, literally everywhere, from modeling to doing music. To acting. In fact, the acting, many people don't know that it even came before the music.
Yeah.
But it's been quite a journey for you.
Yeah.
What has it been like making the switch each time?
That's an interesting question, actually. I mean, that's a brand new question. I must be honest. What's it been like making the switch? Not easy, to be very honest. Not easy at all, as I'm sure Titi here can
Why?
Yes.
Why did you say that?
Yes,
why?
I have to drag you to this.
Why?
Don't be too angry.
Oh, I'm not angry. It's okay, it's fine.
Well, to be honest, it's not been very easy. It's almost like hopping from field to field, literally, because when you come into this field, you don't have the experience that you had from previous field. It's a brand new place, it's a brand new level, it's a brand new environment, everything. You have to start from ground zero and build yourself, all the way up. So it's been challenging, but I've enjoyed every moment of it.
I can imagine.
I saw a bit of a music video earlier on today, and you had that vibe going on. I felt like you were all that in a bag of chips.
No, not really.
Really?
To be very honest, not really.
You looked it.
Well, I mean, you know how the directors will pump you up and say, yes, give it to me, do this, do that, yeah. And at the end of the day, you're watching the video and you're like, shh.
But it must have been fun, though.
Yeah.
It's been a fun ride.
Are you kidding? It's been crazy.
That's why you were with Jake Sports?
Yes. It's been a fun ride. It's been a fun ride. It's been a fun ride. I know a lot of people would give anything, an arm and a leg to, you know, to be able to do the things we do easy, you know.
So there you go.
Look at how
God.
See the muscles.
Guys, be kind. Guys, be kind, be kind.
Wow.
Show you that I care and never bring you tears. I'll take away your fears.
Baby,
Okay.
Eventually accepted. Yeah.
I don't know.
but please don't shave the beard. Keep the beard, please.
Yes, I tend to.
It definitely makes you look a whole lot different from what we just saw.
Yes,
and it's
yes.
all right. All the
But,
same.
but why the switch, though? You know, from music, because it looked like it was going great.
Yes. Why the switch? I figured it was time. We had we didn't do a lot, you know, but the little we did gained quite a bit of traction, and so we got to a point where I felt like we're stuck, or I was stuck, you know, in a rut, and I needed to move forward. I needed to move past, you know, that, and so I started getting opportunities from the film industry, and I figured, you know what, well, let me just, you know, try my hands at this. You know, I'd already gotten some training in the past. You know, so we did gain quite a bit of traction, and so we got to a point where I felt like we're stuck, or I was stuck, you know, in a rut, and I needed to move forward. I needed to move past, you know, that, and so I started getting opportunities from the film industry, and I figured, you know what, well, let me just, you know, try my hands at this. You know, I'd already gotten some training in the past, you know, so I just figured, you know, let me just do this, and then just put your foot through the door and.
Good thing you mentioned the industry, because I was going to talk about your career as an actor.
Right.
You've had a good run so far.
Yes.
And I don't know how you manage it. Maybe because of your background as a model, where it's easier to dodge things. You've managed to be scandal-free.
Yes.
How do you pull it off?
I've been fortunate to, from the get-go, for me, it's always been about my career. It's always been about the work. I don't mix my life or my personal business, with my work. I try to keep them separate, you know, church and states.
Okay.
So yes, it's always been about the work for me, and I've been fortunate enough to have fans who care for me because of my work, you know, because of what I do and how I do it. So it's been.
Yeah, scandal-free though.
Yeah.
It still hasn't stopped people from thinking you're married.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, married with children, in fact.
Yes.
People would think what they want to think.
Are you sure you don't have one secret family
somewhere, right?
It's best to clear the air of that now.
Yeah. Clear the air. No, I am not married with children.
Okay.
I'm in a relationship. I'm happily in a relationship.
Okay.
But I'm not married with children.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But the wedding bells are ringing this year. Or you're still keeping it? Okay.
Okay, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
That's fine.
So you heard it here first, ladies.
He hasn't confirmed
married.
anything, has he?
No, he's not married yet.
See, I'm married. You guys, please now.
I'm not part of this.
You guys are being
Titties in her
merciless.
element. Allow her.
All right. So I just lost my train of thought now. Mary?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's time for us to take a break, because I'm looking forward to that game.
Oh right.
Yes.
Right.
I have a feeling that I need to quickly run off somewhere. I'm suddenly I'm suffering from a headache, and I'm sure I'm gonna be spared from the game.
I have special pills for your headache.
Excuse me, don't.
And there's water. We'll hydrate you.
So
this game, you are not escaping it.
We'll take.
Neither are you.
We'll take a quick break. Yeah, prepare ourselves for the games, which will involve your TT.
Wow, Mary.
And of course,
It's game day,
course,
people.
Okey.
Let's take a break. We'll be back after this.
Stay with us.
Whoa! It's game day! Time for us to play Hop Top. A big shout out to our friends at Game Plug Nigeria for sending us this interesting game. So we have this, what would I call it? A mat here. And it's like a track. And it has shapes of hands and feet on it. And we're supposed to hop and tap our way along this mat. We have the one and only Okey. We have Mary and the amazing Tony. Yes, really?
Don't be a show.
Really?
We know you know how to
Really?
handle things like this.
All right, you know what? Since you're so energetic, you're going to go first. Tony is going to go first, and he'll show us how it's done. So, okay, let us hop and tap our way across the mat. Go, Tony, go, go. Let's go. Go, go. Hop. Tap. Tap. Okay. 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 Yeah, Tony is a bit too good at this. Okay. And he is out. Okay. So, Tony has shown us how it's done. So it's time for our guest to try his luck. And, let's go, let's go. Let's see how you do. Let's see how you do. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Run your way across the mat. Almost there. Almost there. One more. Let's go. Woo. Okay. And he's up. Woo. All right, Mary, it's your turn. It's your turn, Mary. Let's see how fast you can hop and tap across this mat. Let's do it. 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 Let's go. Yes, so. All right.
This is the moment everybody gets
Okay. Yes. Wow. Mary, okay, you have to come back and start from scratch.
No, I did not put my foot down.
You did.
No, I didn't. I was still trying to balance.
Alrighty. Okay, okay, almost. Almost. Woo! Leg. And. Yeah. Okay. Whoa! All right. So that was a good one. That was a good one. And that's how we wrap it up, people. I'm the one in charge, so I don't really need to do this. I don't know. I'm not supposed to.
Down.
No.
Down.
I don't need to do this now. I don't. No, now you guys have done a great job. I don't need to. It's fine.
Show us how it is.
This is how we wrap up the show. I'm great.
Show us how it is done.
All right, let's see. If the music is good enough, maybe I can try.
Wow.
All right, let's see.
I'll give it to you.
Let's see. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right.
Wrong foot.
Woo! Woo! All right. Woo! Woo!
Bad.
Ah! Ah!
Nice.
Woo! Woo! Okay. Ah! Wait, this one is tricky. This one is tricky.
So the one put your hand.
I don't know what happened. Hey.
Is this a remix to the game?
All right, let me try again. Should I try again?
Okay.
Let's try again. Oh, Tony, are you ready to go again? Okay, you know what?
Don't worry,
There's no time. There's no time. Yeah. You know, I made the most noise because I knew I couldn't do it. But I know that it's time for you to taste some chicken in the kitchen.
Oh, really?
For all your hard work.
Okay.
Tony doesn't eat chicken. It's fine.
No, it's gluten.
Let's go. Let's go.
Keeping my eye on the screen there. All right, so we're back. And it's, you know what when they say food is ready in Yaba or in Surulere? Yeah, that's what we've done here. And
Ready.
so Soliat, Bada is going to be telling us about the chicken wings that she's made.
Yes.
So talk to us about that one.
So what we did is what your meat is demonstrating so lovely.
Yes, indeed.
We fried the chicken and we coated it in that lovely glaze that we made. And this is what it looks like. So we let the glaze reduce so it's lovely and sticky and just, you know,
Really, really nice.
Really lovely. And then this is what we have. So this is our chicken with a Chinese Asian glaze, sticky glaze.
Chinese Asian sticky glaze.
It's an Asian sticky glaze.
Yeah, but with a little bit of an African twist in
with
there.
With the rodo.
With the atarudo, just to, you know.
Exactly.
Give it that extra flavor.
Exactly.
Really, really nice. Well done.
Thank you.
Good job.
You did a great job as well.
Yeah, so it looks like I can find you on YouTube every once in a while. Weekly now, you've got a new show out.
Yes, so
how can I find you on Instagram?
Oh, on Instagram, it's Soliat Miss Bada. SOLIATMS Bada.
Okay.
Yes.
And then, so your show, I can see you every week as well.
Hi.
Hi, guys. You guys look like you were having fun.
Yeah. I had to demonstrate how the game was supposed to be played.
Well done. Well done.
Please take a seat.
All right, over here, I've got Chef Soliat Bada.
Hi.
She's done something really good, really special today. And it's special glazed chicken. We went all the way to Asia to make it happen for you guys. But we then tossed a little bit of Nigerian flavor in there by putting the atarudo and all of that.
Atarudo.
Yo, that's...
We have to push it up a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm talking a bit too much here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
I mean, but it's
Is it
chicken
though?
wings, so you really don't need the knife and fork. Just go in with your hands, as long as your hands are clean.
I mean, my hands are clean, but yeah.
You'd rather
you know what they're saying these days out there.
Yeah, please go
so
ahead.
have a taste. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, it actually looks really good.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
So anyway, you can find her online at Soliat Miss Bada and check out her show as well.
And the cooking show off the menu on Accelerate. And so please check it out.
I can't wait to watch it. And
You were going to say something. You had...
What?
It's fantastic.
Really? Oh, thank you.
It's really good.
Thank you.
We have to wrap up, guys.
Yes,
I
indeed.
wish we could stay. But we have to say a big shout out to our friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
And to all our guests for joining us on the show today. Well done, Chef.
Yeah. Thank you. Well done.
Good job. And my man.
Okay. Okay. We had a fun show. We had a fun week. And it's going to be even better next week. Going to be back on Monday morning from 6 a.m., people.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.